It's time.
All right. And we're live.
What? Okay.
What?
How did that happen?
What the heck?
Robert,
What happens?
Robert just broke the internet. So re-invite Robert if you can.
We're still live though.
Yeah, we're still live. And evidently I'm the host now somehow. This is kind of fun. So what would you like to talk about today, Gringo?
Everything that he won't talk about. Sex, and violence.
I see Robert has acknowledged that he has broken the internet and said, oops, in the chat. So I'm sure he'll be back with us. We got a great show lined up. Robert's got some very, very good topics.
Yeah, you know, what's up?
I'm trying to.
Got it. Boom.
Okay, so will this be this?
Now we're live.
All right. So are we in the same room or in a different room? Because I'm trying to catch up the wheel here.
We're in the same room. Son of a gun. We need young people to help us to use these electronics.
Robert slammed the darn door.
Hey, gum internets. All kinds of internets. Okay, hang on, folks. We're going to get through this. I got real slow internet right now.
If there's doubles in the wheel, it's not my fault because Robert broke the internet. So I'm doing the best I can to make sure that I have everybody in there.
In the words of Kyle, we're videoing. We're videoing.
Videoing.
All right.
Okay.
Art Kent's in the house. My ugly Raptors are showing up.
Boy, my computer is just not having this right now. Well, I'm glad you're here. And it seems like looks like the chat machine is working. So we might be okay, folks. Let's check this here. Boom. No, is that not working? Okay.
No, we're on. We're live. They're in the.
No, we're live for sure. I'm just trying to get my computer to catch up here. There we go. Okay. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Welcome to paraglidingtalk.com. Sorry about the confusion, guys. The show's brought to you by Midwest Parajet. Go check out their website, midwestparajet.com. Yeah, look at Gringo's shirt. I did get one of those shirts too. Amazing. But this shirt, this is where it's at. Nebraska PPG, one of our sponsors. If you want to get some schooling in Nebraska, sign up with Josh Bowden and his team. There's a link in the description. Also, the show is brought to you by paramotorprops.com. Paramotor Props, if you're looking to get a great deal on props, go to paramotorprops.com. Best deals on the interwebs. Also, they will provide you what you need very quickly. Also, the show is brought to you by American Allied Drains and Plumbing. If you're in the San Diego area and you're interested in getting some plumbing done at your house, American Allied Drains and Plumbing is your company. If you mention paraglidingtalk.com, they will give you 10% off of your services. Their phone number is 844-777-9055, 844-777-9055. So glad you're here tonight. Thank you for logging in and thank you for chatting it up. This is open topic night. And so we're going to talk about some things that we want to talk about, which is the Salton Sea. Yeah, Salton Sea. Yay, everyone. Such a great time. It was great to meet many of you out there. So many people came and said hi. So many people. I gave away as many shirts as I could. Craig, those shirts were flying like popcorn. It was great. I still have some. We're going to give one away tonight. Episode 200 was a grandiose success.
I think you collected what, about $350 so far from those shirts?
It was like $700. No, I'm just kidding. We were giving them away like hotcakes. My allergies are going crazy because we got Santa Ana winds, and the winds are blowing at like 25 miles an hour outside right now. Mom donated $20 to the super chat. Thank you, Mom. I'm going to use that to upgrade my internet. Thank you. Yeah, sorry for the confusion earlier. And it just means that it just builds up the hype. Paraglidingtalk.com.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was. So let's crack this thing off by talking about how fun that was at the Salton Sea. I got an extra special trip because this time I was able to fly the motor and uninterrupted. The first time was a little bit rough because I was trying to break in the motor. And the time that I went to the Salton Sea before that, I was mooching off of other people's paramotors and wings. So this was the first time that I got to fly when I wanted. So I just roll out of bed, threw my motor on my back, chuck my wing out in the middle of the road. It was amazing. Got to just send it when I wanted to and fly whenever. And by the way, the Salton Sea is pretty interesting because you can fly any time of the day. Most, from what I understand, most fly-ins, you got to kind of chill midday and wait for the evening. And, but Salton Sea all day, just flying as long as there's light, fly. And even if it's dark out, you still fly. You do whatever you want.
It's that sea thing, the sea, if it's near the sea.
Salton Sea.
A lot of wind out there though, days prior. So some of the guys like Hot Butter Steve, he was out there. Where is he? I didn't see him in the chat yet, but he was out there for a week and a half, about a week before. So yeah, windy. But when we got there, we brought the calm winds, I think.
Yep, that's right. Kevin Can Fly said, I love my shirt. Thanks, Robert, for the stickers. Oh, yeah, that's right. No stickers for me. Laugh out loud. That's right. I kept those stickers. Actually, I got one right there. Boop. Predator Paramotor hooked me up with that one. And that little baby one right there. And there's, I think the Bob father gave me that one. Pretty awesome, though. Just a great trip. My boss let me borrow his trailer. I should have had some pictures on deck or something, but yeah, it was really cool. We got to share the skies with a lot of people that I've never been able to fly with. Kevin Can Fly was there. That was cool. Got to share some air with him. Judson was there. That was cool. I don't know that I flew with Judson. You know what's funny? I flew with Kyle O'Glee, and I didn't even realize it was him until he came here because he parked his trailer out front. We got to hang out yesterday or the day before, Tuesday. And we got to sneak in a little flight on Tuesday night. Wasn't sure how that was going to work out, but it worked out. That was cool. And he busts out his wing, and I was like, wait a second, that's a custom free ride. And so he has it's black with a red stripe on it. And I'm like, wait a second, I saw that guy. So I got some video footage of him launching, and I had no idea it was him. It was cool because when he kind of had a sketchy launch, not sketchy in that he did anything wrong, but it was sketchy to me because the way he was pointed directly at the trailers. And then when it was time to just turn into the wind after he had some power, he just turned and crabbed and launched kind of a side wind and made it happen. And I'm like, whoa, that was crazy. Good job, whoever that was. And it was Kyle. Yeah, so super cool. So I do want to talk about a few things that I learned, a few lessons that I learned while I was there. And this is not even flying relating. The best or the biggest mistake that I made was my choice of the camping spot. We camped right in the middle of the eye of the needle of the empire. So every car that came in had to drive by our camp and stir up dust and blow it into our camp.
It wasn't that bad until maybe late Friday or Saturday or something, and all the sand got all loosened up, and people were just, they were crazy by then anyway. So they were probably drinking. They were probably, they didn't care. But yeah, it got kicked up quite a bit.
Chris Fenmore said that I should have Heidi, paramotor girl. Okay. Heidi from Black Hog Paramotors on your show. I think she did an all-woman show in the past. That's a great idea, Chris. I don't know, Chris, I don't know if you have my contact, but if you can reach out to me and just ping me. If you already have my phone number, just text me. I'm interested. So yeah, we had a great time, man. Besides the dust, which for the record, the dust didn't bother me at all. No allergy problems, no nothing. Until I got home, and we're still in the middle of Santa Ana winds, which is like this gusty nonsense. It was like, I mean, it hit me super hard. And yeah, I'm still crying about it. Still got boogers running down.
No, so it was all that dust collecting and just like solidifying like concrete. And then you get into clear air and then you're like,
Yep.
You know, you're hacking all that junk up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is hard on you. Yeah.
But I didn't bother me at all while I was there.
Yeah.
But the dust, the pollen from here is what got me. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, the PPG Bob Father was there. That was cool. Got to fly with Randy Clark. He was there. Who else was there? Gosh, there was a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jay. Matthew Pesci, Jay. Matt Minyard was there. Did you know Maria was there too? Matt and Maria. I didn't realize that. My wife told me that.
Traveling a lot, right? Yeah,
they do travel quite a bit. Who else? Chris Santa Croce. Oh, yeah. I did want to mention. Remember how Chris Santa Croce was awarded the Freedom of Flight Leadership Award this year? I got to present it to him. That was cool. Yeah, man.
Ryan Southwell was there.
Yes, Southwell. Got to meet him. He came in. Harley Milne. And the ground crew that helped him get across.
Ray and Tom, yeah.
Ray, Tom, and Tom from Parajet was there as well.
Yeah.
From all the way from England.
Yeah, awesome guy. Awesome guy.
Yeah, super nice. We did a little film thing together. That was cool.
We both did a selfie with each of our own camera and sent it to Greg Anthony Harris, which made it like at 2 a.m. or something in England. So, but yeah, unfortunately, Greg and Cynthia couldn't make it. They were stuck in England. They were trying to make it here. I guess they're going to make it straight back to Canada. But yeah, they were missed.
Tony Marzano said I had Kyle Lowe stop at my fire. Just saying. That's pretty cool.
Ryan
you came in mine too.
Passing out.
Yep.
Passing out incomplete ear headphones, but he's
the headsets. He was giving out the headsets.
He couldn't send me one in the mail. Oh,
look at that. Really nice.
Ouch.
So he's holding on production. There's a couple glitches he wants. He's a perfectionist, and you know he's got a ton of people, you know, screaming down his throat, you know, down his what is that? Oh,
look at that, Craig.
Remember
this beast?
Thing looks awesome.
Got a Resurgence sticker on there. GoPro, check this out. Got the strobe on there.
Good headset.
GoPro connection mics. The audio sounds really good. Gringo and I were calling each other in the air and just flying with our phones on. It's amazing.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for sending this over. Oh.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for latest updates from PPG Smoke on the headset. They want to fix a couple things. They're going to.
For the record, mine works perfectly. I have the right radio, I guess. I have the right connection points, whatever. Mine works like a champ. Yeah. But I guess there are some people's headsets that don't work properly. The connections are bad or something.
So we're getting some smack from Clark Kent about kicking our butt in cornhole or something. I mean, they had like 5 hours warm up, and then Robert and I kind of played the first game. We stunk the first game, but then we hit it probably the next straight 10 games after that.
Yeah, we were crushing them. If any thing comes up, Gringo, you're always going to be my partner. We destroyed the competition. So if you got cornhole skills and you want to bring it, you better bring your A game.
That's right.
Bring your A game. Yeah, that was pretty cool. What
He
Chris said
says
he's
he
got.
doesn't remember it that way. That's because, yeah, you were, yeah.
I think they beat us twice. We had to wait for the for 2 sessions, and then after that, it was on. Will Fly says Craig's Piper shirt is dope, and Resurgence PBG rocks. Nice. That is a pretty cool Piper shirt. I don't know where you get a Piper shirt. You think you have to buy a Piper in order to get one of those. Oh, dang it. He's muted.
Yeah, they give you a shirt and a keychain. You don't
That's-
want to know how much the shirt is and how much the keychain is.
Yeah. Actually, I got one of these. This is pretty cool. Fly products. Removed before flight. I'm not sure what I'm
So
gonna do
one
with
of the
that.
topics too for the Salton Sea, obviously leading up to that for 3 weeks prior or so, or about a month prior, was the hay bales.
Oh yeah.
Surprisingly, it didn't affect us as much as I thought it would. It really, from the air before you get there, you can tell that it looks like it took up about a third of the space that we were accustomed to. The thing is, when you launch, a lot of times the wind was launching in the direction where you're going to go right over the hay bales. Problem to it, I saw day one was the wind switched, got to be at least 50 times that day. 50 times, I kid you not. Every time you go to set up your wing, it was just all over the place. And then coming in for landing, obviously due to all the rows of trailers and cars, and then the second row and spots, and the wind coming from this way and coming from the west, coming from the east, the north. There was a lot of rotor going on. So wind socks it was really a crapshoot. It was a 50-50 shot that you're going to land downwind or crosswind, I guess, or maybe that's 30.
But you deem as unpredictable when
Yeah,
all the
it
wind
was-
socks are telling you something different, and then they're changing, and they're all changing different.
Socks,
You're like,
all the
eh.
socks within the area, you're looking at the socks in the area, some are going this way, some are going that way. So it was a guess. It was, try and flare the best you can. So
Did you have any hard landings, Gringo?
why you got to do that?
I just want to ask.
Yes, it was my first one. That's what I'm talking about. I built it up, man. My first landing, I came in and kind of came in at a hard right, and was kind of a little flared, and then I hit a ton of sink at the last 5-10 feet, and I went down a little bit onto my knees, but that's it. Not too
To
bad.
his defense, it literally was so switchy that you could set your wing down, open it up, fluff it, be like, okay, good. Back up, put some tension on the lines.
The glider
Start
blows
your
right
glider.
towards you.
All of a sudden, the glider falls for, yeah. What the heck?
Shifts
Pick
on
it up,
you.
ball it up, look at your windsock for a second, and just stand there. It would switch directions. And it's not like it's just switching directions, like, the butterfly fart level of 1 mile an hour winds. These are like 5 or 6 mile an hour winds. And all of a sudden it's just, no, we're going to go this way now. You could, I'm not joking.
Ohio do you like that if you're not careful. Ohio has winds that are switchy like that.
You could be on one end of the trailers and be flying, and the wind direction would be a complete opposite, just in the length of our little 4 football fields worth of trailers, or I guess it's probably a mile long. I don't know, maybe less, like a half a mile long.
Yeah. So Will Fly asked, but how did that make you feel? It still made me feel great. I was just excited, obviously happy to be flying. So it was fine. It was fine. Clark Kent landed, actually, he went for a afternoon flight, I think into the canyons, and came back, had a strobe on, came after dark. So he landed in the dark. What does he say? Landing in the dark, no wind, soft sand. That was a challenge.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Those, the later evening landings. Oh, you know what we should have had on the show tonight? Matthew Pesci. Where is he at?
Where is Pesci?
Is Pesci in the chat? Let me see. I'm going to look to see if
I
haven't seen him.
he probably is avoiding us. I'll just tell you what happened. Matthew tried the 90 miles around the entire Salton Sea flight. And I don't know if anybody did it or made it, but he tried it. And he made it about 45 miles. And then
50 miles. It was him, Dennis, Marchant, and I forget the other guy's name. Apologize, but they went north. I think north. They went around and they got halfway straight across. I think it was Bombay City or Bombay, and the wind just kicked his butt.
Dude, he got hammered. Hey, Shane Wyman donated $10 to the super chat. He said, "May the south winds blow and melt all the snow." I like that comment. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate your contribution. Yeah, dude, they didn't. So did they all land or did guys turn back? What? So I didn't know that there was more people with them.
They got rocked. Heavy winds kicked up. They got rocked. He wasn't feeling comfortable, so he went down. He went to land. He tried to land, and he got plucked and he got dragged, and it tore his wing a little bit. And I'm sure he doesn't mind. I'm telling him. But some of the other guys decided, they're going to go up high, and they wanted to go straight up and over the sea, and they did. I guess they made it. So Jean-Claude, what's his name? He went. I think he went south, and I don't know if he did the same thing, but he said, the winds were crazy on the other side.
Wow. Scotty Flintstone donated $5 to the super chat. Thank you, kind sir. Appreciate your contribution. He said, could a paramotor pilot give an in-air tow to a paraglider pilot, like linking up via rope and towing the PPG pilot to a higher altitude? Okay, Scotty, I like where you're going with this, because I'm a free flight guy, and Gringo could pull me up on those days where we're not sure if it's going to be flyable, but I want to try. So I thought about this too. That is it's open topic. We can do what we want. We will ask about Chris Holbert in a second, because I know we want to talk about that. There's Matthew Pesci. So what ends up happening with that is you would have to have like a spindle, like a bearing with a hook on it for your rope, so that when the prop's spinning, that thing just stays centered, right? So you could do it. It would just have to be at the end where the prop is, because obviously you can't tow from below, or it would just be too hard to have ropes attached any other way, but it'd be super sketchy. I wonder if anybody's done it. Yeah,
I don't think so.
Matthew Pesci.
I think it hasn't been done for a reason, because it's not a good idea.
Matthew Pesci looks like Abe Lincoln right now with the direction of the camera, length of his beard. Yep.
4 flights ago.
So Pesci, can you clear up the air for us about what happened? So you get across, you get your 50 miles in. It gets super rowdy.
Yeah.
You have to, you kind of have to force a landing.
I made a lot of bad decisions that day. It was Friday. There's a group of 4 of us that wanted to do a circumnavigation of the Salton Sea. It's been done before. So we set off. It was pretty smooth going out. We went to southbound first because we wanted the tailwind first. So because we thought that in the middle of the day it would die down like it did the previous day. It went to no wind on the west side. So we figured, let's take advantage of the tailwind. I got down. I was the first one out. Went to the south side. It was smooth all the way until I started making the turn to the east, and then it got bumpy. Took a tip collapse or so. Nothing too bad. And then at that point, I should have said, "All right, the weather's not what was predicted. Fight another day." But I didn't. And then I had a little bit of a wing malfunction. My ozone, the magnet holder, the magnet pulled through. So the magnet stuck to the riser. And so I had no way to stow my brake. And that was stupid. I should have turned around and said, okay, if I can't stow my brake, why am I shouldn't be flying across country. I'm not going to keep my arms up the whole time. Well, the wind was bad enough. You probably should have, but anyway.
This is on your new glider?
Yeah, it's on my new glider, only like 30, 40 hours on it. Anyway, so then got over to the east side, to the west side, and it just got worse. But then it would lull you into this false sense that the wind was dying down, because it would die down, be nice, and then boom, you get hit. Like, oh man. So anyway, long story short, I got up to about Bombay Beach, which is about halfway up the east side. And I was like, we had been talking on the radio, like, if it gets bad, let's just land. We'll ride it out, wait for the wind to die down, and then, we'll send it and then finish whatever. So I had that in the back of my mind. So that's what I did. I landed. But unfortunately, when I landed, I wasn't really keeping a good eye on my ground speed. I didn't realize it was about a 15-mile-an-hour wind on the ground, sustained. And so as soon as I landed, I got plucked and got pulled. And unfortunately, the wind was going west, which is right near the Salton Sea. So I got pulled about 25 yards on my face and heading towards the water. So I'm trying to unclip. I get the right side unclipped, get the left side unclipped, and the glider wasn't depowering. I'm like, what's going on? And I didn't realize my speed bar was hooked up. So the glider wasn't, there was no way for the glider to get unattached from me other than me undoing those sister clips while I'm getting dragged and freaking out. And that wasn't going to happen. And I had gloves on. And I had gloves on, really thick gloves because it's cold. So out of nowhere, I just hear this voice saying, "Are you okay? You okay?" And he starts running at me. And it's just this random dude that was about a half a mile north of Bombay Beach in his truck. When he saw me go down, he gunned it. He came, got the glider all under control, and that's it, man. Didn't do much damage. This hoop right here, I had to bend back a little bit. I hit that, and my glider got a little tore up. It's on its way to Four Winds PPG. She said, nice. Shannon is, she's like, I'm not gonna be able to even touch it till the end of March. I'm like, that's fine. I know you do good work. So it is about 6 or 7 little rips in it. And there's a little bit of internal support structure damage, but whatever. So, but a lot of lessons learned that day. Could have been ugly.
I'm shocked that there was a guy there.
It's crazy.
Because there's nobody out there.
For anyone that doesn't believe in, no reason for that person to be there. No reason.
Right.
I guess what his excuse was is he tows people out. He has a rope in the back of his beat up Isuzu, whatever. And he like tows people out for $100 when they try to get down too far and they get stuck. So he happened to just been going up and down looking for people to get towed out, so
you're crazy. Talking like towing, like when they get stuck in the sand with their car.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Because he says that the person there in Bombay Beach that does it professionally charges like $800. Oh. And he says he does it for like 100 because he feels bad because they're getting taken advantage of. Wow. So this guy's an awesome, nice guy. I got his first name. I wish I got his last name. I'm going to go in the Facebook group. There's a I got stuck in Bombay Beach Facebook group. I'm going to reach out and see if I can track him down. But he really helped me out a lot. Could have been ugly.
Heck yeah. That's
because
awesome.
you would have got dragged into the water.
Gave you a ride too, right?
And
he gave you a ride.
No, right? Say again?
I'm sorry, he gave you a ride, right?
Oh yeah, and he gave me a ride to North Shore, and then one of the guys from our group drove to North Shore. He drove me like another 20 miles north, so the other guy didn't have to drive 50. So it was good. Guy was solid.
Wow, that's super cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done if I gotten drugged. And no, I know, hate me now, but I did not have flotation on. So
if you would have got dragged into the water, it wouldn't have mattered. That you wouldn't have had to need flotation. You would have died of poisoning.
Yeah, right.
It's so shallow too going out, but
yeah.
Scotty was with us also. Scotty, and he said, "Did you know that the Salton Sea, the average depth is 3 feet? There are a couple places that it gets down to 60 feet deep, but it's just a couple spots."
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But you remember too, so we're sitting at roughly 325, 350 feet below sea level where we're camped out. And, obviously when that place had its heyday in the 50s, the water came up so much higher. We're flying along the beach and there's There's houses that are still there. People, probably bought and they were passed down or whatever, but they've got these wooden docks going out to nowhere. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like docks set up to rig in boats from fishing and whatever, but the water line is 300-400 yards away, so. And
I think the biggest takeaway is I should have had a hook knife, because I could have cut the speed bar easily. I didn't have a hook knife either, so it was just a bunch of bad decisions. So
what were you saying? What was the wind speed?
Based on when I went back and looked at my Fly Sky High recording, I got down to 3 miles an hour directly into the wind, trimmed fully out. So had to have been 18, 19 miles an hour on the beach at the time I touched down. So I had no chance when I hit the ground.
What time of day was that?
It was about 10 a.m. and it didn't really die down. So stupid me, I was going to wait it out on the beach for it to calm down, because remember, it was supposed to calm down. It never did. So luckily I just called it and said, hey, can you pick me up? And I asked that guy to drive me a little further north, gave him some cash, and then, whatever, it all worked out. But yeah, the big thing is, it seems like the windy models are great on the west side, because I think there's more sensors on the west side of Salton Sea, because it's more populated.
Yep.
East side's you can't predict anything about the east side of the Salton Sea. It's going to be whatever it is.
Yeah, so, especially with that west wind from the other side. Brutal.
Yeah. Well, hey Robert, I gotta put the kids to bed. But,
thanks, Pesci. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey man, thanks a lot.
We'll see you Sunday.
Later. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Later.
So Pesci's a champion of sorts, by the way. He's one of our veterans. He's in the
Navy.
He's in the Navy, but he's not. He's one of those special guys, not special forces, but he does some pretty crazy stuff. I don't even know how much I could share. It's pretty awesome.
Submarines, and that's all he can tell me.
That's all he can tell you. Yeah, it's underwater. Let's spin the wheel, Sean, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I tried to get everybody's name in there, and I tried not to get doubles. So hopefully I didn't. Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Really?
Robert.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Who would do something like that?
I don't know.
Check this out. This is what we're giving away tonight. Paraglidingtalk.com 200. Yeah.
Sound effects.
Need that. Sound effects. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
You need one of these shirts.
Here we go. We got everybody's name in there.
Yes.
So ready, set, and go.
All right. We're spinning the wheel.
56 people watching.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that wheel.
Who's sponsoring this show tonight?
The sponsor of this show. This is actually brought to you by iFly Indiana Powered Paragliding. If you're interested in flying paramotors, no better place to get the proper training than iflyindiana.com. Kevin and his team will get your feet off the ground. That's iflyindiana.com. Also, Calamity Kite Clinic. If you want to learn how to kite better, reach out to Sean. He's one of the moderators here. He just spun the wheel for you. CalamityKiteClinic.com. You can catch up with him at the next fly-in. Oh, it's a greasy wheel tonight, folks. Greasy.
Oh, Robert. Oh, Clark. Come on, Clark.
Oh, it's going to be really close. Right.
Number one.
It's going to be right.
Robert's biting his nails right now.
Oh,
Robert Taggart, congratulations. Robert Taggart, you are the winner chicken dinner. Write this down. Reach out to me through the website, paraglidingtalk.com/contact, and give us your information. Taggart. Thank you, Sean. We are going to obviously talk about some kind of the bummer of something that happened. Chris, you guys know him as Paramotor, Predator Paramotor. Yeah. Chris Holbert is from the Midwest. He's from Ohio, and such an awesome guy, man. And
Very
It's
skilled.
such just an absolute bummer. But he was doing he was tip touching in the sand in Glamis, and I'm thinking maybe there was something in there that grabbed his wing while he had a lot of energy whipping around, and something grabbed his wing. I don't know if it was a bunch of sand, maybe it just yanked his wing into the dirt, and his wing went down. He went down, and so pretty much full speed, and it blasted him, and so he broke his back. And the first reports that I heard was that he couldn't feel his legs, and then I heard that he could wiggle his toes, which was a good sign for the future. And that was the last I heard. So I don't know if you guys heard more than that, but he did send me a message on the just a quick message, because I texted him and I said, "Hey man, we're praying for you." And he sent a message.
I really appreciate you. I'll be back at it again. Just gotta get Humpty Dumpty put back together.
So he's good spirits, and I don't know if you could hear the whole thing, but he said thanks, buddy. So pray for him, man. I know whatever you believe, whatever your background is. Listen, there is a God, and he does miracles, and so pray. It's nice. It's nice to pray for people and be nice. Jeez Louise, be kind. So yeah, anyway, he's going to need it. And 11 other fractures. Someone else, both hips broke, tailbone shattered. Yeah, that's James T43. I don't know. I don't know if he's talking about, is that himself? James, are you saying that you got hurt as well?
He probably knows what's going on with Chris.
James
I saw
T.
Leah Couture in there. She said, yeah, he's well but broken, and he was not hot dogging. So
Goes
to show you, I mean, you got skills or not, but sometimes things are going to come up and bite you, I guess.
Yeah, well, we immediately, when I heard what happened, I thought of Chris Santa Croce and his accident, and that same thing happened to him. Okay, yeah, so 11 other fractures. My word, both hips broken, tailbone shattered. Ooh wee. Yeah, so we'll pray for Chris, and it's a part of our sport. It's dangerous, man. That's for some, that's what the attraction is, that it's not some mundane thing. This sport is crazy. It can be dangerous. It can cost you. And a lot of people have, I mean, here's Tommy Anderson in the chat. He broke his back 2 years ago. So he's doing good. He said, I'm walking back to work. He's been flying, and yeah, brutal. So yeah, you have to really consider your what you want to do. I know Chris he's always been in the needle, and he's done some amazing things over the years, and I'm sure that he's got away with some things just like all of us have, and this one bit him. And so I'm believing God that he's going to be okay and press through and learn something from this, and hopefully we can also learn something from it. There was also a girl, and I still haven't got any information about this girl, but she, I believe, either broke a femur or her leg, same place, same area in Glamis, but she was a 10 flight pilot, from what I understand, or a very low hour pilot. And so if you guys know anything about that, I'm interested to know. Yeah. James T43 said he's a friend of mine. I had severed a part of my disc off in my C6 and had surgery in November, still in therapy myself. Oh, and I wonder if that was a flying related. Brutal. Yeah. So sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but yeah. So
it would be interesting to hear maybe later on down the road, once Chris recovers and things heal up a bit, maybe he'd be interested in coming on and sharing his story with us, and what we could learn, if we could learn anything from it.
Yep.
I think that'd be a good idea.
That might be interesting. I would be interested in hearing about it and hearing what, because he's very analytical when he's discussing things with you. He knows what's going on, and I think that he would be a good source of knowledge for what happened, how did what was going through your mind, like what took place, what transpired, what do you think you could do better or differently, or
Yep.
Leah said she asked him to do a story on it, so I must be onto a good thought there. PPG Explorer, what's up, buddy?
Sorry, my allergies are just going crazy. Also want to mention a couple sponsors. Shows brought to you by Lone Star Paramotor. If you're in the Lone Star state of Texas, reach out to Ron Turan and his team for world-class training. LoneStarParamotor.com is the website. Also, the show's brought to you by Torrey Pines Gliderport. If you want to learn how to free fly in the most beautiful place in the United States, you can reach out to the guys at flytorrey.com. That's FLYTORREY.com. I do want to say a special thanks to all the people for the last 2.5 years, 3 years that made way for me to be able to get a motor. This was the first time that I was able to go to a fly-in with my own motor, that I wasn't breaking it in the whole time and worried about things and trying to sort things out. The first trip, it was fun, but I didn't really know my motor. I didn't have that relationship. That I had a new wing. I didn't understand the wing, all that stuff. And so I've had some time before this flying to entertain that stuff and learn the different parts. Well, when I showed up there, it was like, I knew what I could do, pull my wing out, go fly. And just, man, it was so fun. Absolute freedom. And there's no way I've been able to do that without the people from this show. So you guys are awesome. Really. I know that was a year ago, but I mean, I literally got to experience the fullness of a fly-in for the first time at the Salton Sea this year. And that was just amazing. So thank you guys. Michael Martin said 2 of my buddies crashed at Salton. Both are okay with no injuries. One hit a power line. The other was in a near head-on. Just a real quick lesson for the people maybe that are not so savvy to air rules. What do you do if you're flying directly at someone? Same altitude, same.
You're right.
To the right.
Right.
Always go to the right. Just like traffic. If you guys are both on a road, what do you do if you squeeze over as far as you can to one side or the other, but you always go to the right? Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's an important little thing. Somebody needed that. Somebody in the chat was like, another thing that you could take away in this, I'm gleaning this from my free flight lessons. Make your what is the term I'm looking for? Make what you're going to be doing obvious. If you're going to be turning to the right, your intentions, there you go. Thank you. If you're going to be turning right, throw your leg over into that, that full on drive. Like you're going to turn that way. Kick. Keep it rolling. That you're going to go that direction. If you're going to go to the left, keep rolling with that. It happens at Torrey Pines every once in a while. And you're like, yeah, you get, you'll get to the place where you do a bunch of stuff and all of a sudden you come back to the cliff's edge so you can get your altitude back up. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, well, there's somebody right there. Obviously you're not always going to be able to go to the right. If you're already on the cliff, the guy who is lower should get the right away in that case. But everything is relative. But anyways, make your intentions known. Let the person know if you're going to be rolling with this turn. Don't make an aggressive turn the other way and then go the other way and do a bunch of weird stuff. Try to work that out ahead of time. Cater Noman said, sorry if you already commented about this, but did you try the PPG smoke headset during the fly-in? And yes, I did. And listen, I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, what's going on with the headsets? Why he's pulling it back? He gave out 40 and then all of a sudden he's going to reel him back in. This is all part of engineering something that is a modern marvel. You're not going to have great things if you don't have feedback and testing and destructive testing.
And from scratch. Remember, he's building it from scratch. He's building it brand new.
Yeah.
Like, he's making a new and improved, and he's already been making them for 10 years. This is
a few things that I took away about that, by the way, and I know we have just a couple minutes, but I'll mention it because they're actually really nice. The feel is nice. The weight of them, they're stout. They don't feel cheesy or like they're just 3D printed or something like that. They've got some stoutness to them. Intuitive. There's 3 buttons on there. The 3 buttons kind of do different random things. Once it's connected to your phone, you can turn the volume up to the song you're listening to. You can hit play. You can turn it back off. You can hold it down and make a phone call. You can get it to connect. You can. There's another button on the other side that's the noise canceling, and it does a really remarkable job for what it's doing. I mean, literally, you've got something that's right behind your head pushing like 90 dB right there next to your head. I mean, you've got something super loud, and it really quiets that down and makes it so you can't hear your own voice while you're talking in the mic. But when you listen to the footage afterwards, like if you're recording with the GoPro, beautiful. It sounds really good. And it does a great job of kind of hiding that background noise, even at full throttle. We did all kinds of tests. Gringo and I were talking on the phone to each other while we're flying around. Worked perfect. So now when we go flying, that'll be a fun deal.
Now, there was a question in the chat earlier about your radio. What radio do you use?
Yeah, I have a little 5-meter Baofeng.
Ain't no thing but a Baofeng.
Yeah, ain't no thing but a Baofeng. Yeah, it works. Mine works good. Not all of them are great. Not all of them work out of the box. So it's kind of catch-22, I guess. You gotta, I don't know, luck of the draw. They're cheap,
Well, but
$25.
which model of Baofeng? Because there are several different models.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to ask that. I'll have to grab it out of the bag. It's in the garage.
Probably the same one I got, which is like a UR5 or something like that.
It's a UV5.
Yeah.
Something.
Mine's a UV5R. That's what mine is. But yeah.
Yeah, and is it red?
No, mine's black and chrome.
Yeah, I have a black one too. Then that's the one I like. I've been using that for free flying. It does a good job, and you got a lot of settings. The more expensive, like the what is it, Yeshua or Yesu? They're like a step up. They're a little stout. They're a little stronger. You can beat them up a little bit more. But I just figured, hey, I'll buy another one if I have to. And that's what I did. I bought 2 of them. One of them kind of took a crap on me. It still works intermittently. So I use that for the kids, and I'll leave that in the camp when I go fly. And the kids try to get a hold of me. Oh, Dad, I need you to come home. I can just get on the radio real quick. Yeah.
One of the really cool things about that flying too that I noticed was the camaraderie. I think that there was a lot of Facebook chat or whatever going on, and other chat. People were, hey, do you have a certain tool or do you have a certain something? and it's kind of nice that we have this little community that supports each other. So, and I got to say, obviously, because I'm wearing a Parajet shirt, these guys took care of me. Steve Reed at Midwest Parajet. I had another full starter go out. And they were there, man. And he supplied me with one. I mean, think about it. You drive 2 hours to this event and you're going to camp out for 3 days and a part breaks on your motor. I mean, I brought my extra prop. I brought a couple extra things and so forth. I brought all my broken starters and I was going to Frankenstein one together, but it didn't work so well. But fortunately, this guy came through and had one, and he's like, yeah, just buy another one online and send it to me, kind of thing. So there's obviously a lot of trust. Josh Bowden was there. I mean, all I saw the guy do was set up this big camp and pull out all the toys and get everybody set up and to go fly in the air. He did tandems. I think he took your son up, Robert, and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. So, and I think it was 2 days before he even flew himself. So it's pretty impressive what they go through to, set up. There's obviously other vendors and other instructors setting up their tarps and tents and so forth. And it's pretty cool that they're really out there to help you guys, help everybody get in the air, especially new guys and whatever. They're there to teach you and stuff. But it's a great community, man.
Dude, not only that, but Steve was like not feeling good because he went and got the shot, and he's like, dude, I'm hurting, but he was still out there like helping people and directing traffic and doing what he does. Super cool, dude. We want to have them on the show again too. Oh, I got to meet
great people.
Yeah. I got to meet Mr. Fox. That was cool. I didn't realize that Alexis, who used to work for, I believe she worked with Ron Turan. She actually, I got to meet her in person. She was the one that I was corresponding with via email for the show. Yeah, super cool. Really cool to meet them. There was somebody else that I was trying to remember. Yeah, super cool. So many people.
Kate was there, right?
Yes, Kat.
Yep.
Kat. Yep, that was cool. She was there. She showed up kind of I guess that was Friday. Who else? Man, so many awesome people.
Was there.
Yeah, it was super cool. Mike S said, do all paramotor pilots use the same radio frequency? That's a good idea. So the free flying community is kind of whack. What will happen is every once in a while, they just decide they're going to change it because one person had some random ham club that decided to use that channel for that day or something. And they were flying in the mountains and they had to listen to a bunch of ham conversations. And so then they'll switch it up. And I think since I started flying 4 years ago, we've changed channels like 18 times. It's ridiculous. What happened to Craig?
Oh,
He just fell off. Tori Pope. Dude, Tori Pope has the best beard and the best story. Tori Pope said that he started growing his beard when he started flying. And so now he has this just massive beard. Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah. I do want to mention Resurgence PPG. If you're interested in supporting our men and women of uniform, you can make a tax-deductible donation to resurgenceppg.com. When you donate, you're sponsoring those who have put their lives on the line for our freedom. And if you want to do that, reach out to Todd Scandrett, and you can do that by going to the website resurgenceppg.com. Yep. USPA has 5 channels accepted by the FCC. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like we're always breaking the rules on that. Sorry for all the ham people. Michael Martin. I got to meet Robert after recovering Nick off the LZ. Yes, Michael, I did get to meet you. Awesome to meet you. And I think, didn't you email me too? I gotta do something for you. I think. I can't remember. I think it's some AMSOIL or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
Aaron, I
cool.
think Aaron I was there. He just said Salton, Glamis, Circus, all a great time. So that's kind of nice if you're going to come out this far, obviously from the Midwest or East Coast, you want to take as much time as you can. Obviously, most people get 2 weeks vacation unless they're rich or retired or something, but or just a bum, I guess, a pilot bum. But you come out and you go to Glamis. I mean, you go to Salton Sea, and then a weekend later is Glamis. I'm sorry, is Circus, and in between is Glamis. Excuse me. So I think it's a must do when you come out this far. Of course, you're 2 hours from the West Coast, from the ocean, so you got to come into San Diego and say hello to Robert and I, and we'll go fly.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to also, I know all of you secretly want to free fly. So if you make it here and it's good weather, you just make the jump over the hill, and then you can fly with us at Blossom. The locals probably won't like that, but they'll be fine. We'll send you off the hill like Gringo.
Robert doesn't care.
Go, Gringo.
Push him.
Go.
Push him.
Chris Fenmore donated $5 to the super chat. He said, yes, don't forget Resurgence. That's right. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you reaching out to me too. There's Craig Taylor. He's back. It's too late, Craig.
Oh, good. Craig Couch. Yeah, Craig Taylor's back, so he's going to do the plug, right? No.
Well, since Craig's
it.
back, well, now this can be a resurgence-a-thon. So Craig can do his way about it, and we'll see who wins the competition.
That's not fair.
Come on, Craig. You can do it. He's like, what? What?
I think he had a switch. I bet you his computer died. So he had to switch computers or something.
Maybe his phone.
It looks like a totally different screen.
Yeah, I think it was his phone died.
He's muted himself,
Yeah,
so he
muted,
must be
Craig.
getting caught up. He must be
happened?
trying to hear what was being said while he was
slow
gone.
internet. Dustin T. Meyer said he's getting his P2 in May. You go. That's awesome. Yeah, really appreciate everybody. All you guys that came to say hi and super cool. Really appreciate everybody's just positivity and just super cool, man. Really great. My wife said dinner's almost ready.
Yeah.
Amazing woman. I'm telling you. Yep.
She makes brownies that are to be sent to me, but they never make it. Just saying.
Yep. What? I mean, what am I going to do?
Craig, are you
Oh,
up?
brownies.
What mess?
Nothing. You're just in time for the Resurgence PPG plug. You got it ready?
Yeah, but I run 2 computers, so I know Robert already did it because I was trying to get Zoom on this one. But the thing had an update, and for whatever reason, I was doing some graphic work on that computer, and it
Just crashed.
I think it just did it again.
It just crashed again.
get through the show. Sorry about that.
Oh, he's back.
All you ever care about is graphics.
You can talk about is the money.
Yep. All right, guys, we're going to go to the after show. So thankful. Thank you, guys. Awesome time at the Salton Sea. Next year, be the same time, same channel. Put it on your calendars. If you can't go to any flyings, you can only go to one. That's the one. Especially because it's free. It's amazing. It's America. Yep.
Might smell like fish, but yeah, it's the one.
It didn't smell like fish this year.
No, it wasn't too bad. I told
It
you.
was
Yeah.
not too bad.
A little south when you go south a little bit because it's more marshy, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go to the after show. If you want to join the after show, just put your handle or whatever to your email, and we'll send you out a link. So you guys are awesome. Have a great night. If I don't see you on the air, I'll see you